Tensions are mounting in Chicago as U.S. President Donald Trump threatens to deploy the National Guard to curb violence in the city. While some residents welcome the move, community leaders and officials argue crime is already falling and that military troops could do more harm than good.
President, and he drives down the street. Already his people have told me, he said, what happened? It's so clean. We always came.
Trump is just, I don't know, he's just flexing his muscles. And, you know, he's showing that he's president, he can do anything he wants to, and that's not the way.
I'm 54, and a 24-year-old standing there with a rifle telling me and my sons to go in the house or go down the block, or you can't do this, or whatever they feel like doing out their mouth that they've been ordered to do, or maybe they're doing it on their own. You know, so I definitely know it's gonna be a conflict because we're not used to living like that. All this stuff going on with Trump, that's my work.
It don't make sense because crime has decreased in Chicago. It's not making sense. I'm out here every day, all day.
Well, we ain't going. So that's one of the things that I think it's gonna get somebody killed. And I just pray that it's not myself.
I don't want to hear about this man being racist. I don't want to hear about white supremacy. I don't want to hear that he's a dictator. I don't want to hear any of that. We need help.
We need it. It's been proven to work in D.C. They had the National Guard in the high traffic areas to free up the cops that would normally be there to patrol the high crime areas. I mean, it's going to do the same thing in Chicago. Crime has went down tremendously in D.C. when that happened. Crime has not gone down in Chicago. The numbers have gone down because they're playing with the books. The only people that believe crimes went down in Chicago are people that don't live here and people who have ties to the current administration.
The bottom line is the numbers are real. They come from the FBI. They've been confirmed by the Chicago Police Department. Everyone knows the facts, and the facts are that gun violence is going way, way down here in Chicago. And the last thing we need is federal troops coming in and escalating. He is only targeting cities with African-American mayors. He's only targeting cities in blue states, even though red states have higher murder rates than blue states. So if he actually was serious about crime, he wouldn't be starting in Chicago. He'd be starting in Birmingham, Alabama. He'd be starting in Memphis, Tennessee. He'd be starting in St. Louis, Missouri. These are the places that have some of the highest per capita murder rates. But those Republican governors don't want troops in their streets at all. That's why they're sending them to Washington, D.C., and I'm sure they'll be willing to send them to Chicago and to Illinois. But they're not going to help us.
As legal questions loom over Trump's authority to send troops without local approval, Chicago remains caught in a political and cultural battle with its future security at the center of a national debate.
This is not about fighting crime. This is about Donald Trump searching for any justification to deploy the military in a blue city, in a blue state, to try and intimidate his political rivals. This is about the President of the United States and his complicit lackey, Stephen Miller, searching for ways to lay the groundwork to circumvent our democracy, militarize our cities, and end elections. Find a family who's enjoying today sitting on their front porch and ask if they want their neighborhoods turned into a war zone by a wannabe dictator. Local law enforcement has not been contacted. We have made no requests for federal intervention.
You know, when I have some slob like Pritzker criticizing us before we even go there, I made the statement that next should be Chicago, because as you all know, Chicago is a killing field right now. And they don't acknowledge it. And they say, we don't need him, freedom, freedom. He's a dictator, he's a dictator. A lot of people are saying maybe we like a dictator. I don't like a dictator. I'm not a dictator. I'm a man with great common sense and I'm a smart person. And when I see what's happening to our cities, and then you send in troops, instead of being praised, they're saying you're trying to take over the republic. These people are sick.